Hi my dolls, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make a K-pop doll, and this is meant to just have fun and not offend anyone or be appropriative or do appropriation. But you know, we might have skits and we might be really inspired by K-pop groups or the like. We might just want that represented in our doll collections. Or like if you do stories like I do, you might need a K-pop idol or something for your skit. So I actually don't like the word idol because I'm like religious, and so, but idol, I understand that is the word for celebrity in Korea. So first you want to get a doll that kind of fits the bill, and this one does. I would have liked white hair as well, but like blonde hair, but this is okay. This is a doll that you could just pop out of the box, rebody, and you don't actually have to do anything for her to fit the bill. The hair is actually very nice. I actually have one of these dolls already, but I took her hair off because I wanted to change her hair color. So I will just show you that. I made a wig for her. And so this is what she looks like. And I lightened her eyes as well. And I put the Hello Kitty earrings from the LOL Surprise Hello Kitty collab. I put that on her. And so, yeah, and I changed the color of her lips slightly. So, yeah. But I was kind of missing the purple hair, like right after I took her hair off, because I thought the purple was a nice fit. In K-pop, there are many different types of hair colors, so I think the purple and pink still fits the bill. So, yeah, we're just gonna unbox her. Her tail does not come attached, but her mermaid body is really cute. I like her top. So I'll be keeping the mermaid bodies. As you all know, I have a mermaid skit. And I don't know if I'll have any more mermaid skits, so I'm just gonna be keeping the mermaid bodies. She also comes with this really cool crown on her head. I love how it's kind of like kitty ears in the shape of cat ears without being cat ears, but I think it's very reminiscent of, you know, the cat ears that the K-pop wears sometimes. Also, want to point out the makeup looks. In the Asian beauty makeup scene, they do like this ombre lip thing where it is deeper towards the center of the mouth, and as it fades out, as it goes towards the edges of the lips, it kind of gets lighter, almost as like it fades into the face. And so I thought that was really cool of them to add on this doll, and it kind of like sealed the deal of this doll for me to turn her into K-pop. So I'm missing a doll for sure because I was looking for the pale skin tone that I have the Vanessa from the Little Mermaid doll on, and I can't find her. So I'm missing a doll. So anyways, I went with the articulated model muse body that comes with the Campbell's soup doll. I'll try to insert a picture in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But I went with that one, even though the feet are not articulated, the ankles I mean, and the dolls are more on the taller side because they're supposed to be models. So they're supposed to be like a little bit thinner and a little bit taller than the regular standard dolls even. I went with this one because the skin tone was pale to match the skin tone of this doll, and because the waist was skinny and the K-pop idols are like really skinny. Not that I'm in agreement with that whole skinny look, but you know, for the aesthetic, that's what we're going with. Even though I feel like maybe they need to eat more a little bit. Also, I like this thing that's happening there. So this was my other choice, which was the fairy doll. And I put Wendy. This is the Wendy doll. I put the Wendy on the fairy body. So, and you can see like this one's actually more pale than this one because this was like a tooth fairy. However, you get more posability with this torso articulation. So that's why I went with this one versus this one. So you can also change the hands, but I don't think I'm going to. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop this on her. Also, I cut my things off of my neck pegs because just to make it easier to switch out doll heads, because the easier it is, the less likely you are to break the neck peg. So this is what I mean by the neck peg. If you're new to doll community, usually there's some like additional thing right here holding on the neck of the doll. Now this is good for, since dolls are actually marketed towards little kids, so you know the heads don't accidentally come off and then the children, I don't know, choke on the heads or something. However, this increases the likelihood that you will break the neck when you are switching out heads. So I just cut this piece off, so that way I'm just left with like this little piece right there. So that's just a little tip, and y'all do that at y'all's own risk. I haven't seen a noticeable difference with the articulation of the neck and poses they're able to do with the neck. So I think for me it's worth doing that, but for y'all it might not be. So just do it at your own discretion. So here is the K-pop doll. I think she looks so pretty. She looks so pretty. I'm gonna try to cover her like this. I will be making an outfit because I think that's the next step. So let's jump right into the outfit making. So first off, we're going to be making a pleated skirt. And so the easiest way I could think to show y'all how to do this, because I know I have some novices that don't sew, but there is trim that you can get from Hobby Lobby, and you can get a 1/4 yard of trim, which is half a yard. A yard is 36 inches, so half a yard is 18 inches. So a 1/4 yard is 9 inches. So you can get 9 inches of trim. That's all you need because, you know, dolls. I think you can actually get an 1/8 as well. So you can get 4.5 inches of it as well. But yeah, I got the black one, and I wish this one came in white, but it didn't. So I had to get this one. Now this one's a little bit shorter, but it might still work. I took a chance on it that it might still work. But yeah, what you're gonna do is measure around the waist. Well, you'll wrap this around the waist. I'll just show you. So basically, self-explanatory. This is what you're doing, wrapping that around the waist, and you're gonna cut there, but you're gonna leave enough to you're gonna leave enough space for the fastener, whatever fastener you use. So I actually insert a picture of some Velcro that I think you should buy and adhere with what's that called, E6000 glue. I don't think you should, it comes with a sticky back already, but unfastening and refastening clothing, it's not going to last long. So I think you should just adhere this very, very thin Velcro with E6000. So if you don't know how to sew, that's a very good way to make fastener for your clothing. But I'm going to sew on snap closures. So yeah, now I just want to test out how short this is. So that's how that looks. It is a little bit short, y'all. It has a nice flare on it, but I think this one is too short. We may be able to do something like this as far as a top goes. So I'll see. The main thing you don't want is the frame on the edges. So you can sew the edges of a fabric with regular Elmer's glue if you want. Be careful with black fabrics because the glue actually flakes up and you can see the glue on darker fabrics, but on light or white fabrics, you don't need to worry as much. So once you have that cut, you want to go in with your glue and just smooth that down. And be careful not to get it on any other part of the skirt. So yeah, just try to be as neat as possible. So I have sewn on the snap closures for myself. Now keep in mind, I couldn't get around sewing on the snap closures. However, this video is meant for novices to be super easy. So I do recommend, if you're not liking to sew or not good at it, just do my suggestion from earlier and and E6000 on the Velcro. And honestly, if you're comfortable with just using the adhesive that comes on the Velcro, you can do that. Just be aware that you will be constantly undressing and redressing your dolls. But if you're super careful, it might work out for you. I could go ahead and sew this up right here, but I'm not going to. Actually going to use hot glue. And what I do is I run a line of hot glue along one part of it, say along this part, up until maybe about here. And then I will fold that over and press down. Now I actually use parchment paper for this process. That way when I press down, I can press really hard. So fold this piece over a few times because hot glue is hot. And then I'll do that and press the glue into the fiber of the fabric. So it will be like lasting forever. So yes, that's what I do. And also the glue provides you with a really straight edge to cut ragged edges off. So yeah. Okay, do you see how it's super flat and you can just cut along there and you get a super even seam or hem? So yeah, that's what you want, and that's why I use the hot glue. So here is the skirt. I'm sorry, I'm frustrated because I keep filming this and the thing is not effing recording. I'm sorry, I'm frustrated. So I ended up having to film a bunch of clips over again. Anyways, so yeah, I went with the pleated skirt just because it's a really good go-to look. Another thing K-pop idols like are blazers, but that's harder to make. And so this is a novice video. So we're just gonna be going with a simple top, and I'm gonna be using a trim for that as well, and using the glue to hem everything up so we don't get these frayed pieces. Now, a go-to statement is for K-pop idols are designer things, and if you go to a hair store in America, you can actually find designer trims like on headbands and lanyards. And when I say designer, I mean designer. So you can find designer items from hair stores, but I don't have any with me right now, so we're just gonna go with this. There's actually, what I have in mind for the black and white look is there's actually like a Chanel black and white lanyard, but I didn't pick it up, so I don't have it. I picked up like a brown Louis Vuitton one, which if I can put my hands on it, I'll show you in this video. But other than that, we're just gonna be moving right along. And so I'm thinking to go with this trim. So I can demonstrate better what I was talking about, how you can get a clean edge to cut. So this trim really frays a lot, and so when you do the hot glue method and flatten this out, it hems this for you. And you can even do it on both sides, and I think I will do that on both sides just to ensure that it doesn't fray at all. But with this trim, like, it actually came with wire in it, and all you have to do is pull the wire out. So it was meant for you know, to fold into bows and stuff and keep its shape, which is why like this little thin wire was there, but I took it out from both sides. So I did glue on both sides now, and now all I have to do is to cut this to get like a really neat edge. So you see how the edge is super neat now? Another thing I forgot to mention, like, to keep this simple, the stretchier the trim is, the easier it's going to be to make the doll clothing. However, if you have a trim without stretch and you don't want to sew on the fasteners, if you have a trim without stretch and you don't want to worry about sewing on fasteners, just accept that your top is going to be like more of a boxy fit and glue like that, but the width of it needs to be able to go past the hips. Okay, so when you're dressing your dolls, it needs to be able to go over the hips, and that's all you have to worry about. I probably should have said that's all you have to worry about with a regular standard fit doll. However, this Model Muse bust is so much bigger than the hips that obviously you want to make sure it can fit around the bust as well. And since the bust is wider than the hips, then I actually don't need to worry about the hips, because if it can clear the bust, it's going to clear the hips. However, if you have a standard fit doll, you might want to make sure it can clear the hips as well. But yeah. So here we have this super cute top, and it clears the hips. It looks super neat. That's another thing you want for your doll dioramas. Clothing, everything should look really neat. Get it as symmetrical as possible. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but the craftsmanship of your work is going to go a long way in how your dolls are perceived. So yeah, now you can leave it like this, of course, if you want, but I like my clothing to look a little bit more finished. And so I'm going to use this elastic. It's like a black elastic. It's thin, and I'm going to use that for the straps. Now, why am I using elastic instead of ribbon? Because ribbon is slick and it's less likely to be compatible with glue. So with ribbon, you would want to sew ribbon on. You want to glue with Elmer's, at least to sew the edges, but you would want to sew the ribbon on. With elastic, it's really good. It's really compatible with hot glue. So keep that in mind. I actually forgot to say the most important thing about elastic is it's going to make it easier, since it's stretchy, to get the clothing off and onto your doll, just because it's stretchy. And then like the ribbon, it's not stretchy, so it would add tension and not work so well. It would be more difficult, to where it would be easiest to dress your doll if you sew on snaps. But you know, again, the whole point is not to have to sew on so many snaps. So yeah, let's dress the doll and work on accessorizing her. So I have here some outfit choices. So I have the Manufacturing Brand's full boots, and this is a popular look you'll see in K-pop industry, that the boots are like not booties, but they're like up here. I just call it full boot. And then I'm gonna take it outside, do a proper photo shoot, mind y'all. I have the pink purse from Rainbow High. Yes, Rainbow High. And I have this light pink because it's reminiscent of the Chanel purse, number one. And number two, it's like matching her hair. So I thought to incorporate the color of her hair with this. By the way, if you did not know, this is called fantasy hair, when the hair is like a color of a magical creature and not naturally occurring. Okay, so I do understand that not everyone jumped on the bandwagon of the Rainbow High, especially when it went to like $1 a piece for these bags. And you may have missed out on this. Don't worry, I got you, because most of y'all have many fashion brands bags, right? Most of y'all have this one. This is very, very good for this outfit. Matches everything, ties everything together. And I also have this houndstooth one if I wanted to use it, because it matches the houndstooth. Also, remember I was telling y'all about the patterns and stuff you can get from the hair store. So this was a wallet from the hair store. and I made a bag out of it, so you could do something like that. I actually have like the black and gray pattern as well. And then like I have this beret from Mini Fashion Brands, so I think that's gonna look so cute. Oh my gosh. And so the last thing I want to show you is like this. I made a scarf out of a lanyard from a hair store, and they had like the black and white Chanel one in like this, but I didn't get it. But my goodness, how good would that have been for like a top or something for the doll? So yeah, but I think I'm gonna stick with the light pink bag because I like how it looks, and maybe the beret. And yeah, let's go outside for the photo shoot. So I am outside gonna go do the photo shoot. I actually don't want to do the photo shoot here, so if I leave out and find a better place to do a photo shoot, I will. However, it is basically because I want something that looks more like an airport. Sorry about the barking dog. So in the K-pop industry, the airport is important because it's an unofficial fashion show. And so there's three main types of style. So like coquette, so really girly, pretty, kind of youngish, which is why, you know, the pleated skirt, kind of like a schoolgirl thing. Also the street style, which you'll see a lot, and then also the kind of clean girl aesthetic. And I'll insert pictures for y'all to see. The clean girl aesthetic is more like polished and uses a lot of neutrals, minimalism. So yeah, if you're gonna do the airport scene, I would recommend like a garage or something with like cement that's covered, so like not full on sunlight. But this is all I have right now, so we're going to try to work with it. Like I actually know the perfect spot to do this photo shoot, but I would have to get in the car, drive, everything like that, and I have work today and everything, so I kind of don't want to do it right now. So yeah. Also, the thing I forgot to mention about fantasy hair is usually fantasy color hair is very cheap and poor quality, but I recommend this doll very highly just because her hair is actually good quality, especially to say is the fantasy hair. So yeah, let's get on to the photo shoot.